Why would an organism choose to play with chaos? The question hung in the air as Kralik analyzed the tense holographic projection. A group of humans, dressed in macabre armor and carrying frighteningly lethal weapons, were performing maneuvers in an inhospitable environment. Kralik, with his antennae erect, looked on in disbelief. "You want us to face this? Is this idea bordering on insanity or is it deliberate suicide?" His voice reverberated in the command room. "What makes a species embrace conflict with such passion? And even more disturbing, how can something so unpredictable be considered fun?" Kralik, in his usual rationality, tried to decipher the enigma. He himself answered, "Because for them, war is not just survival. It is a stage, a spectacle. It was a practice where the line between strategy and entertainment disappeared, a ritual that transformed destruction into an artistic game." Across the room, Commander Varthos looked skeptical, but he listened as Kralik narrated. The human elite didn't just dominate the battlefield, they shaped it in their own image. Their armor reflected death, their movements blending in human precision with the lightness of shadows. And most disturbing of all, they laughed. They laughed as they ravaged, as if chaos were a partner in their deadly dance. The images continued. Kralik concluded grimly, "They don't just face the unknown. They challenge it, provoke it. How do you fight something that doesn't fear, but celebrates battle? Have you ever wondered what happens when creativity and combat collide? Discover how human forces transform the impossible into pure tactical art. Keep watching to discover the most daring and unbelievable strategies in the galaxy." Their movements were a frightening choreography, a perfect balance between lethal precision and chaotic creativity. One of the humans performed an atmospheric dive while firing 2 weapons simultaneously, a spectacle as impressive as it was insane. "They only did that because it looked fun," Kralik exclaimed, his indignation barely masking his discomfort. In the background, another intercepted human transmission rang out. "Did anyone see where I dropped that antimatter grenade?" a casual voice asked. "Look in the other pocket, Dave." An uncontrollable laugh followed, so carefree that even Kralik's translator seemed to hesitate, as if trying to understand the humor amid the chaos. Turning off his tactical visor, Kralik decided, let others fight the humans. He preferred to fight enemies who valued logic. Rumors of something they called space ninjas were enough to make him reconsider his life choices. As he walked away from the room, a peculiar sound echoed. Laughter. Human. Or maybe his mind was playing tricks on him. Either way, he quickened his pace. Later, when asked about his decision to reject a lucrative contract, Kralik was blunt. "Have you seen how they fight? They don't fight, they act. It's a spectacle where death is an art." A video he shared next put an end to any argument. His fellow mercenaries, once skeptical, quickly updated their contracts to exclude operations against humans. Cowards, some scoffed. Survivors, Kralik corrected. Because one thing was certain, any species that screamed, "Hold my drink," before destroying an entire facility was not something to be trifled with. The mercenary lounge was silent. So they turned it into a teaching module? Zytrel asked, antennae quivering in disbelief. Kralik nodded. With ratings, playlist suggestions, and even prizes. 3, to be exact, mission success, creativity, and morale boost with themed music. The impact was immediate. Contracts were updated to exclude operations against humans. Even the hive mind representatives, ever pragmatic, revised their policies. And that was just a regular mission, Kralik added. They're training in something called parkour now. The lounge emptied within minutes. Kralik would later add to the mercenary database, "If you hear humans laughing in combat, retreat. If they say, watch this, or, I have an idea, run faster. If they discuss playlists, surrender. It's safer. Meanwhile, aboard a human ship, a sergeant reviewed footage of the Dorax incident with his team. What did we learn? He asked. Varied responses came, improvising with infrastructure. Are playlists important? He shook his head. Most important lesson, next time, bring better headphones. Those systems don't do AC/DC justice. The laughter that echoed through the ship was enough to deflect nearby alien vessels. Just another day in the human special forces. The mercenary lounge was tense. They defeated us with hospitality, Dravik muttered, his crystalline form shaking. Cups of tea, discussions about cream, and a manual. He paused as the holoscreen played back the images, human operators in full combat, serving tea with military precision. What seemed absurd, was unbeatable. Explosions echoed across the video, but the humans remained unperturbed, discussing tea preferences as they defused bombs. They called it Operation Jam First, Dravik added, his voice thick with disbelief. The holoscreen went dark, but the room remained silent. In the distant corridors, a barely audible echo echoed. Human laughter, or was it imagination? The warning was clear: if the humans start serving tea, don't fight. Run. Did you enjoy this journey into the unlikely universe of human special forces? Subscribe now and turn on notifications for more fascinating stories about the unexpected in intergalactic combat. After all, who knows what they'll come up with on the next mission?